That's funny. Okay.
All right, thanks for joining us again for another episode of our podcast, Redeemed. Last time we left off, we didn't leave on a real good, happy note. We had David move the ark, and he didn't do it right, and somebody wound up dead.
Yeah.
That is the synopsis.
That's what happened.
That's
pretty much, yeah. That's a chapter.
Yep. And after that whole incident, David decided to leave the ark where it was for the time being.
Yeah, I'm going to set this down.
We got to regroup.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah. And so he left it there, and if my memory serves me, I think it was 3 months. 3 months to stay at that guy's house.
Yes.
And kind of the cool part of that was, as long as the ark was there, that guy was blessed.
Yeah, that guy didn't want it to leave.
It's like, I'll keep this thing here as long as I'm not touching it. It's fine. It's in the barn. No.
So you're saying just leave it here, don't touch it. My life gets a lot better. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'll watch it.
I can do that. So when we jump back in chapter 15, we have David trying again.
Round 2.
And he wants to bring the ark again to Jerusalem, but this time he's going to do it the right way.
Yeah, he did some homework.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't talk about it as much in the chapter, but in the commentaries, there's the word, it talks about how did David discover the proper way to move the ark. And it says that David apparently had the priests and the Levites consult the sacred scrolls containing the Mosaic Law. There they rediscovered the Lord's regulations about the ark, its treatment, and its movement. He realized, made some mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put my best people on it, figure out how we're supposed to move this thing.
Shouldn't the priests and the Levites have known
Correct.
already?
You would think.
And shouldn't they have been like, hey, maybe we don't move it this way?
There's nothing saying they didn't say that.
That's true.
And
But they had to go back and consult the scrolls and such.
Well, they figured, maybe we should go freshen up to be
Yeah, I
sure.
guess that's fair.
Maybe we should just take
Before I give my
look.
final answer, let me go look one more time.
This is all written down
somebody
for
else
us.
winds up dead because of me, the king is not going to be happy.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they had to refresh a course.
No, he's
real
already
quick.
lost one warrior. I can't afford to lose another one.
Yeah. So the thing I find cool is that, God really is a God of second chances.
Thank God.
And it doesn't matter how bad we screw it up if we're willing to come back to him and try again and do it right the second time.
Yep.
He's willing to bless us and make that happen. So it gives me hope because I'm going to be honest, I'm one of those that screws things up pretty good.
Yeah.
And quite often. Mostly because, a lot like David with this situation where he was just probably impatient, wanted to get it there and did the quick way.
Yeah.
Instead of actually taking the time to study to do what he should have done, he just got the job done. Or tried to get the job done. He didn't get it done.
He did not get the
job did not get done.
Yeah.
And that's what you get for rushing.
Exactly. And so it just brings me hope knowing that even if I do screw it up, the Lord is going to be there to give me a second chance. And if I do it right the second time, he'll bless that just as much.
Yep.
But that being said, let's try to do it right the first time, though. You know what I'm saying?
It would save a lot of headache.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I don't want this to sound like this is just a way to get out of jail free. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So, if I don't get it right the first time, I'll get it right the second time. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Not the second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. I'll get it right one of these days.
Yeah. It's one of those things we want to try to do it right the first time. Let's do the study. Let's get it done. But if worse comes to worse and we do screw it up by accident or by a lack of knowledge, the Lord is there to
Forgive.
Yep.
Well, and there's
to
still
forgive and help out.
consequences for doing
Correct.
it wrong the first time.
Yep, absolutely.
That part's unfortunate.
And the consequences were very real in this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and as we continue on looking at David, you're going to see some more of those incidences where the consequences were almost immediate.
Yeah, pretty immediate.
Yeah.
And, I think that may have made the Lord a little more real to these people. I mean, if people were falling dead because they touched his ark, and later on they're dying because of a plague because David did something else wrong. I mean,
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
yeah, we'll get there. But
Watch the next episode.
Yeah. But in essence, I mean, it's just, the consequences were there. God was there.
The people with David, I would argue, had a very healthy fear of the Lord. Due to the fact that, like you said, it was very real to them. Hey, did you guys hear about Uzzah? Yeah, he touched a box and he felt dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys see that plague that wiped out all of my family and the rest of the entire east side of Jerusalem? Yeah, dead.
And I mean, I can see the consequences for the sins and stuff in our world today, and I understand that God is working, and I can see, but mostly because I am a Christian and I understand that He is in control. I can see that A plus B equals C. You know what I'm saying? And so, but if you don't have that, and I don't know, maybe if they didn't have it back then either, they didn't know either.
Right.
So, but anyway, just an interesting thought, because it just seems like the Lord may have been just a little more real then. And I don't want to say that He's not real now. He's very much real.
Right. No, it was, I'm trying to think of the proper word. I would almost say, not more active, but he was definitely more, maybe hands-on is the word to go with there, or more...
Well, I think now we have the Holy Spirit
Right.
being on this side of the
The
cross.
new covenant, yeah.
So it's a little bit different too, I think.
It's true.
True. That's a good point. Way to be all theological over there, Amanda.
Thank you.
That's a
That
good
was
point.
my one good thought for the day.
Write
I'm
write that down.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, from my own personal life, I can tell you that I've made decisions and knew that they weren't what the Lord wanted very quickly, because He just walked me upside the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad call.
My bad.
Yep, that was a whoopsie.
So you wanted me to be more patient on that. All right, sorry.
Apologies.
So, but anyway, the Lord is Lord of second chances, and aren't we glad? Because I mean, if you want to really just go back to the very basics, if He wasn't a God of second chances, He never would have sent His Son Jesus down across for sins. You know what I'm saying? That's case in point right there. He cared enough for us that He wanted His redeemed Christians to be able to go to heaven with Him.
Yep.
And so, yeah, God of second chances is pretty awesome. And aren't we glad? Aren't we glad? All right. We'll see you next time.